Hey, what is going on, crypto people? It is the Crypto Siege with another day in the life, and the crazy life that is the digital asset space. Good morning. What's going on, Crypto Lark fam? What in the world? Crypto Lark just saying, so for a really, really smart guy, just saying some of the dumbest stuff ever. Talking about JP Morgan using Matic and Aave for settlement and FX, Forex transactions for settlement. Just sad, sad, sad that such a smart guy can tweet out such a dumb thing. Very, very interesting for sure. Attorney Bill has some interesting stuff about the William Hinman emails. We're going to get into that a little bit as well. Interesting to hear from Attorney Bill. What lessons have you learned from this market right now? Shoot, we got Mark Moss on YouTube talking about we're not even going to have a bull run. What is that all about? Very, very interesting stuff. I also listened to another video earlier today from Clear Value Tax, really smart guy, who says that the Tether demise is incoming, and he believes it's going to be initiated by CZ from Binance. That is very interesting to hear that. Nancy Pelosi again. Anyway, Nancy Pelosi is pointing out the tens of millions of dollars in real estate that the Sam Bankman-Fried family made and probably made with our crypto. Interesting stuff. Interesting, guys. Oh, so listen, this is your XRP Ripple daily news in around 0 to 10 minutes. Let's get into it. Let's check out the market, right? So the market, again, is doing what the market does. The total cryptocurrency market cap is 865 billion. Down from 3 trillion, by the way, for all the new viewers out there. Down from 3 trillion at one time. 3 trillion to 865 billion. The Bitcoin dominance is at 36.9%. That's just not a great number. Bitcoin is trading at $16,487. Ethereum is trading at $1,187. By the way, I hope you had a great turkey day yesterday. We just ate way too much. XRP is currently trading at 40 cents. Well, isn't that interesting? So mostly double figure reds. Litecoin, I made a good bit of chunk of Litecoin, cast it out, helped pay off my collateral debt position, but it was good. I loved it. Let's see. Litecoin's trading at $76, up 21% on the 7-day. It got as high as 34 cents on the 7-day. That was interesting to see. Bitcoin Cash is up 10% on the 7-day. But remember, guys, the total cryptocurrency market cap, again, is down from 3 trillion to 860 something billion. Kraken is in the news. Hugo's excited to report this to you guys. Get Kraken FX exchange. I cannot thank the team at Kraken enough for the support of FLR, enabling staking, which is the FTSO delegation, is massive. Here it says right here, Kraken Exchange, update on the FLR network's distribution. Funding is now enabled. Here's what to expect next. Airdrop distribution to take place soon. Come on, Celsius. If the Kraken Exchange can do it, you can do it. Staking and trading will be made available. Very, very cool. Shout out to the Kraken Exchange. I believe it's Jesse Owens, right? Over there is the CEO. Good deal, good deal, good deal. Shout out to Kraken for making that happen. Attorney Bill has some interesting stuff to say about the William Hinman emails. So she responded to this tweet here from Florence Japan Lover. Bill, I know you think that a settlement is a strong possibility, but do you think it could happen before the end of the year? Attorney Bill responds, okay, let's piece together a few things. Ripples have the unredacted Hinman speech documents, but cannot publicly release them. Let me say that again. Ripple have the unredacted Hinman speech documents, but cannot publicly release them. I could understand why not, based on Australian law, but needed to know if there was something similar restricting public disclosure Why is Australian law even in the conversation? I don't understand that. In the United States, unless Bill is living in Australia, I don't know. In the United States, Fred Rispoli hopefully replied and said there was something similar in the form of a confidentiality order, which Ripple might need to bring a motion to remove the confidentiality designation. Not another motion about the Hinman documents. All right, so you can see here, Fred said this a day ago, the confidentiality order applies essentially the same as the law you quoted. SEC designated emails confidential, and Ripple needs a court order to quote unquote undo that designation. I expect them to be in the reply, but redacted, and will be part of the argument to unredact full briefs. Okay, so there it is. So not another motion about the Hinman emails or part of the broader redaction issue the judge has to decide. His view, Fred's view, is a redacted version will be part of or referred to in the Ripple reply in its summary judgment motion. The sealing motions will not be fully briefed until the new year and decided as part of the summary judgment process. The window for the SEC to avoid public revelation of unredacted or unsealed versions of the documents which Ripple has seen, subject to a few limited redactions, is not the 30th of November. What about the documents themselves, or keeping them confidential as an incentive for the SEC to settle? Well, we know they were bad for the SEC because they fought their disclosures tooth and nail for 18 months. If there was any doubt that there were Brad's comments that the document shows something about the SEC's conduct that is shameful. We all remember that tweet from Brad, right? Remember this tweet? The SEC wants you to think that it cares about disclosure, transparency, and clarity. Don't believe them. When the truth eventually comes out, the shamefulness of their behavior here will shock you. We can't forget that, and Attorney Bill reminds us of that. So there are still people who believe that there is nothing in those Hinman emails. Okay, and both Brad and Stewart's tweets indicate we will eventually see them. We will eventually see them, because Stewart Already, general counsel for Ripple, tweeted out, and over 18 months and 6 court orders later, we finally have the Hinman docs, internal SEC emails, and drafts of his infamous 2018 speech. While they remain, confidential for now. So Attorney Bill is definitely on it. The only way we won't is if they stay confidential as a term of settlement, which is a huge possibility. If the SEC wants this as part of a settlement, the window will close sometime before the summary judgment motions are decided. Nobody, including the SEC, knows how long it would take the judge to make her decisions on the summary judgment motions and redaction and sealing issues after it is all fully briefed on January 9 of 2023. So in conclusion, if avoiding public revelation of the shameful Hinman documents is as big a deal to the SEC as their bitter 18 months opposition to disclose suggests a true pressure point to settle, I would suggest, to be safe, they come to terms with Ripple by or very soon after January 9 of 2023. I agree, and I've been saying that for the longest time. The public seeing those, I don't think so. Ripple got them after an 18-month battle, you know, although there were a few redactions. To have that made public, you know, Gary Gensler is in enough trouble. I just don't see it happening, and I agree that that settlement will be right around the January timeframe. And I've always said the settlement was going to happen because the SEC can't get a win in summary judgment. And they're not going to, and Gary Gensler, in my humble opinion, is not going to risk it because he's got further political aspirations. So Bill Morgan, Attorney Bill, ends his tweet. It says, P.S. What would totally invalidate this analysis is if the SEC is truly shameless, or the real motives for the litigation, outweigh any shame the revelation of the Hinman document causes the SEC, and which it is prepared to ride out. Great thread, Bill. Great thread. And, you know, the bigger motive, obviously, is the banksters. I hope you understand that. Nancy Pelosi quoted some stuff from this article from Reuters. Sam Bankman-Fried's parents bought 19 properties worth $121 million over the past 2 years. $1 billion of client funds are still missing at FTX. $70 million was traced to political campaign donations. $300 million was cashed out by Sam himself. $121 million now traced to his parents' property. She says, it never ends. Oh my goodness. Oh, I don't know if this is Nancy Pelosi, but apparently there's now an app that tracks trading from Congress people. I don't know. Here's one of the lessons in the whole greater digital asset space. This is a great lesson. It really, really is. Brad Mills tweeted this out. He tweets, I sold half my Bitcoin at $30. Not 30,000. $30. Lost more in Mt. Gox, BTCE, CryptC, and Cryptopia, as well as had a partner in a mining business disappear, losing all my miners. Survival advice for those in crypto who had big losses from Celsius, Luna, FTX, and DeFi world pools. The two most important things you can do are learn about Bitcoin, learn more about Bitcoin than you do about any other asset. If you're investing 1 hour into hunting low cap gems, invest 2 hours into listening to someone's podcast. Now, I don't know who this guy is, so you can certainly do it for yourself. Preston, T-O-N, Preston, P-H-S-P-Y-S-H. Bitcoin and books. My Bitcoin can remain in cold storage for far longer than the market can remain irrational. Oh, let me see. Did I follow him? I did follow him. I'm going to check out his podcast as well. Don't try to be a trader until you've mastered risk management. Even if you beat the market, you'll just create bad habits, which will end up in you getting wrecked. Here's some books for market wizards. What I learned losing $1 million when genius failed. Trend commandments. It's important to recognize why you got wrecked in 2022 and know that you can change things. Start with the beginner's mind. Crypto pitfalls. YOLO trading, leverage, casino has advantage. Counterparty risk, FTX. Bag holding. Drinking crypto Kool-Aid. In 2011, I sold half my Bitcoin because I was not a trader. I was just doing what I thought I should do. Take your principal and the rest is house money. Worst financial mistake I made by far. Later, I learned to ride the bucking bronco when you have conviction. We always say in this community, there's a really good chance that you will never have to sell your XRP. Never. In 2014, when Mt. Gox was rumored to be insolvent, I trusted Roger Ver and the insiders. I bought more on Mt. Gox thinking I was getting cheap Bitcoin at a discount. This was a YOLO bet. Horrible risk management, the same as YOLOing into GBTC now because of the discount. He's got no key, no cheese. No keys, no cheese, right? I felt like such an idiot as it came out of Moscow, was insolvent. I now needed to work even harder to chase my original Bitcoin position from 2011. I spent my last dollar setting up a Bitcoin mining operation to try to mine back as much as I could. Partner rugged. Lost the rugs. It was rock bottom mentality for the next year as the Bitcoin price was driving off a cliff. And I felt so dumb to have done so many stupid mistakes. If you're in that mind space, I can relate. I took the next 2 years to learn about risk management and financial history. Ding, ding, ding. You got to level up your IQ in this space. Got to level up your IQ in this space. What's your experience now in 2021, 22? Is a lot king, what we want through in previous cycles. What you're experiencing now in 2021 and 2022 is a lot what we want through in previous cycles. Something, I don't know what that is. You just have to understand that it's Bitcoin and everything else. It's not Bitcoin and ETH and everything. Bitcoin is not crypto. Crypto is trading and gambling. Study Bitcoin. This is not to say you can't trade crypto when the setups are there. Just don't drink the Kool-Aid. GROK Bitcoin. Master risk management. Number 3, if you must trade crypto, follow a Bitcoiner like at Chris Dunn TV, and don't drink the crypto Kool-Aid. The majority of people are LARPing on Twitter and trying to give you YouTube trading advice will never get back their BTC high watermark. Recognize that you probably aren't in the small percentage who will beat the bear market. Best advice equals don't trade. Dollar cost average into BTC and hold for plus 10 years. This is an excellent thread. I won't continue on, but I think that the idea behind it is knowing what you hold. And I, for me, and obviously this community puts XRP in that same kind of space with Bitcoin. He may not, but we here in this community, and certainly on this channel, do. All right, guys, listen, I'm going to end this. This wraps up your XRP Ripple Daily News in around 0 to 10 minutes. I hope it has been of value to you. If it has, do me a favor, hit that like button. It helps on the YouTube algorithm to get this channel out to more people hanging out on YouTube, watching lions attack snakes. All right. And if you enjoyed the hangout, do me a favor, please consider subscribing to the channel and ringing that notification bell so that you know whenever we go live or whenever we upload a video. I'm going to end this one like I do all my videos and remind you guys of this.
Old money doesn't want you to win. They don't want us to win. They would rather that we remain a cog in their perpetual wheel of trading our time for dollars. They don't want us to play in the same playground that they play in, where we allow our money to work for us. This is our chance to win, guys. The digital asset space is our chance to win. We are in the midst of the greatest transfer of wealth in the history of man. Are you participating? Or are you standing on the sidelines? Here's what I do know. That the battle for you has already been fought. And the victory is yours. Go get it.